As we're talking about the alcoholization and what's happening in Texas, the question is for lots of the people that listen to this podcast who own businesses or starting businesses or operators in hemp and cannabis is that what does this all mean? How do you look ahead? How do you
Yeah.
make decisions about where to launch, how to launch, what to launch into? As you're working with your clients, how are you helping them find the right path?
So what I do a lot is help people navigate the intricate patchwork of state laws. Understanding market opportunities really requires understanding what you can and can't do in certain markets. But not only that, what you can and can't do affects the actual business opportunity. And with hemp, it's really important because while there are a lot of cannabis businesses that are multi-state operators, essentially all hemp businesses are multi-state operators because of their ability to sell into these different markets.
Commerce, basically.
Exactly. I wanted to say like federally, legally, but of course that all depends upon your view of the Farm Bill and all of that sort of stuff. And I'm not going to say things are legal or aren't legal. The vast majority, if not all, hemp manufacturers sell across state lines. And okay, can you suddenly not do this in Alabama based upon the passage of House Bill 445? Or might you be able to do this in Massachusetts based upon House Bill 160? And so there's a lot of legislative tracking right now about what you can do and where.
I wanted to jump in there and say, so like what you can do and where, and also a little bit of predicting the future. And I
Yeah.
think that as we're focusing on hemp and trying to predict the future, which is impossible and no one has a crystal ball, there are some things though that we can connect and see patterns across these different states and the way that the legislation is changing. And one of those specifically, I think, has to do with smokable products and in
Yeah.
some ways inhalable products, which would be smokable plus vape. And if there's a future there. And I'd like for you to talk about that.
I want to go even further because I think that, and this is going to be a little more controversial, but I think that the future of hemp consumable products from a regulatory standpoint is almost entirely in just beverages.
Not even edible.
No, I think that there is a future in edibles, but that is going to be within the regulatory system of cannabis. So I would be, and this is again just me prognosticating, I would not be surprised if more and more regulated cannabis companies become hemp companies with edible products being sold through cannabis stores. And then beverage manufacturers existing through an alcohol supply chain. But in terms of the legality of THCA flower and smokable and concentrate forms, I do not think there will be many states left in 3 years where that is permitted under the hemp system.
And why 3? That's 3 years all about.